terrorist screaming in my head right now, trying to pretend like their voices are coming from outside. They want me kicked off of YouTube, so let me show you how I'm gonna handle this, because I do want to scream, and I want, whenever I get into this like preachy, lectury, like you sound like a retard mode to the terrorists talking in my head, they try to take advantage of the situation and see if they could get me kicked off of YouTube. But I'm too fed up to sit here and argue with a stupid terrorist piece of shit that really should have been already sentenced to death. So I'm going to live stream and make it clear that I cannot capture her voice or any of her sister's voices or her friends' voices or any of the terrorists talking in my head's voices on my live stream, men included. I want them all sentenced to death. Alexa, stop. I just want to make sure they don't say, "Oh, it was so close to the phone, the sound that when she stepped away, you could hear the voices, but because of like it drowned out the sound." Like I don't want any kind of BS on this record at all. All I want you to actually hear is the birds chirping outside, because that's all that's actually happening outside of my windows and my sliding door. Done talking. I said use your head, and I'm not going to keep repeating myself. Do you understand me? You stupid piece of shit. This is everything you don't want them to know about you. I will make it clear. I swear. If it is the fucking last thing I fucking do. Stop acting like you want to own this. Mm-hmm. 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 I'm cheering for you, and I'm gonna throw you in the pool like they do the little babies, and watch them fucking fly. I'm doing that to you, okay? I'm gonna help you. You're gonna go swim, bitch. No, you're gonna think or you're gonna fucking swim. Get your fucking out of here. I don't give a shit what a stupid psychoterrorist piece of shit thinks about me, okay? And how fucking stupid are you? I'm going to church, and I'm going to get clear. These people have nothing at all to say. Why leave to me alone? Why leave? What the fuck is it? Jessica was at Santa Barbara, the terrorist talking in my head had some guy chase her down from wherever she was at for a few blocks. Like chase her, like she said she was sprinting. The terrorist talking in my fucking head. And you know what I would have to do if this was God, God forbid, today, and I knew what was going on, I would have to go face an innocent man and convict him, because I don't know if he's capable of doing it again, because these terrorists have access to his fucking head. Until these stupid bitches come out with it. You're slowing down progress, Hooker. We could be blocking the weapon. Get the fuck out of my fucking head. I don't give a shit what a bitch like you has to say. Considering that it's just in people, it could be in someone's, it's all in all of our innate fucking, okay, human character, DNA, stupid piece of shit. Okay, there may be another piece of shit just like you, and I don't want that to happen. I want this to end now. Get out. Shut the fuck up and تروح تشتغلوا or whatever the fuck, okay, at your fucking خرا house. So get the fuck out of here, bitch. مش مجنون للدرجة يعني. Bitch, honest to God, if he hasn't beat you to death by now, it's only because he's afraid to get kicked off the fucking weapons. You are a fucking annoying, stupid, weird ass bitch. Minister right up to they didn't think, no. We're done talking. I'm in your fucking face. Okay, before you started talking in my fucking head, bitch, you had my brain activity work. I am done with your laziness. Lazy. Go. Get the fuck out of here. Go figure something out. Stupid, weird ass piece of shit. This is not going to be weird to anybody. I don't see you. You're not here. I can't call the cops on you. I don't know who you are. I just hear you, and I know you're Egyptian American Muslim, and I know you fucking live somewhere in LA. Okay, by a very, very fucking, like, I'm just, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of my fucking. I'm recording and I can't capture you on my live stream. I'm actually bothered. You're absolutely right. I'm making it clear this is torture and murder. Get the fuck out of my fucking head. Oh my I want to know what happened when your parents fucking told you they were doing this. Was it like, what was it like? Who am I dealing with here? Like some stupid, hysterical, highly emotional, retarded piece of shit. I'm gonna, what the fuck, Court? Get out of my head. What the fuck did they not explain? Oh my fucking God. I don't know what to do about this canal. It is swollen as can be. Oh my fucking God, my head looks weird. Get ready, so you can help quickly. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 7:55 a.m.
You're not getting me kicked off YouTube. You're not getting me kicked off YouTube. Ha 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 ha. I'm not screaming. Ha 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 ha. And I can't capture your voice on my live stream. I'm almost like you, but smarter. Okay? I'm using the tools that they gave me. That they permitted me to use. got that ironing off. So you're allowed to go pretend and be important, but you don't get to go somewhere and pretend and be important. No, I swear to God, I fucking hate the government right now. Because I want to get in your fucking head. I want to know when you go pretend to be important if I'm actually really important. They would have, like, honest to God, to not hire me would be the dumbest thing they've ever done. Or you thinking, God, I hope my brother has control of Renee, so she'll pop over here. While I'm giving my fake fucking empowering women speech. I really want to show up to those. You know damn well. Oh my freaking God. I don't need it at all. But I'd like to hear it over. Are you like, what goes on? I don't believe I will have reached success until I make it very clear that when you're not talking in my fucking head, I should still be on your fucking mind. And not on a fucking, and not that you're on a fucking schedule, you hear me? That if I fucking make men that are respectable out of your fucking men, I deserve to be fucking hired. يلا روح القرف. Oh yeah, so, that's what I was saying. Anyways. Somewhere, I think they're making appearances or something. I'm trying to do those. Here's my purse. Where's the hideout? Where are my keys? Where's everything? You can spit all you want, it isn't gonna change a goddamn thing. Leah is my daughter, and I love her, and I am fucking dying over making sure that she gets out of this alive and happy and moving forward. Do you understand me? I will fucking make sure you get sentenced to fucking death on God. What the fuck are you doing? What? Tell me about it. Tell me about it. You always say that about your own hearing your own kind of voice. You're so fucking stupid. Do you even hear it? Why are you talking in my head? Okay? Why? If you have it together, why? Oh my gosh, and to think of stupid one. I don't think I know. I was saying, you're stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid. I bet you I can come up with it again and you wouldn't know where it was from. Because you can't fucking hack in heads, you stupid whore. Because if you knew where thoughts came from, you'd be hacking into fucking heads. Why haven't you done it under your second? حاجة بسيطة طب اعملها a lot of that. Go get in the people who are governing over your records and fucking اعمل لهم and make them fucking want to give you records بفلوس كل حاجة. As a matter of fact, why don't you let the intellects give you credit for their actual innate intellect, huh? Why don't you? Stupid. for what comes for their intelligence. Why don't you? Why fuck that? Why don't you? Howard, honest to God, I've heard your sister for 8 years, homie. Go shake hands with people, moron. Go do something. Maybe it is your sisters. I don't know, that would kind of scar me. Like, these bitches really fucking manipulated me into fucking signing up for this terror shit, and now they're explaining that brother's a fucking piece of shit retard. Tell me how you've been. I said Hob, stupid bitch, not people that you go put your fake face in front of. Well, whatever you fucking call it. Yes. You know what? You're gonna understand me. I can guarantee their little stupid fucking terrorist Shuttle Me organization of fucking Shuttle Me are not gonna fucking help bail these bitches out. Because they're all as dumb as you are. I hear it. I'm hearing it. They're probably fucking like wiping the sweat off their brow saying, thank God I don't have grenades. Oh my freaking God. I would laugh up a fucking storm. I want to get in your Next thing I know is how much of that does parts of it. I'm like, okay, so much stuff like that. Obviously, I don't know you. We actually aren't fucking enemies, retard. Although, yes, I will sentence you to fucking death in a fucking heartbeat. But homie, I don't fucking know you, bitch. Go find your fucking way out. I would have did this if it was somebody else. Get the fuck out of my fucking head. What the fuck? No, you don't. You're a fucking retard. I am live streaming. Why not? If you're going to continue to record, if you're live, whatever you want to do, hear me outside, but then they don't hear the other person. Just like I said. I'm going to pretend to be the other person, but then it's going to come to me. I mean, you're gonna go, oh, so does that only entitle you to some work? So what do you need to say that I'm different? What would it be? You know what I'm saying? That's wrong. So what did you say yesterday? Something that I had said earlier that was not. So, just out of curiosity, when you go travel, do you go to their houses? you own a house that you live in? Like, or that you're talking from? Let's see what you think. You can't, you can't, you can't be using the weapon just to use it. And in all technicality, government or no government, we don't fucking have one. Like really hard. Do you have to establish an approval of it? No. Why? Egyptian. Are you a leader of this terrorist organization, Charlotte, or what are you exactly? What's your title here? There were no recruits after it was established? Shoot. That's arrest for you. You're doing what anybody would do when they want to get in the mind of a serial killer and find out what the fuck is going on. Yeah. Legitimately, I really fucking love this. I'm talking, so you're not thinking, is that the problem? I can keep my mouth shut. Oh, honestly, I'm not gonna get anything. I'm not gonna get anything. Are you thinking or not? Find out. I want them to do all kinds of experiments on me. I want them to know. This is when you take risks, homie. Like real ones. I'm not talking about the bitch shit that you fucking do. I'm talking about real fucking go, like actually go fucking do what you're fucking out to do. Go find someone intelligent enough to help you with your fucking problems. And fuck if they're on your Hana network, you dumbass bitch. If you come across one that's smart enough to save your fucking Hana life, you've made it, bitch. Even if they're not in your network. You're too focused. Go! Get the fuck out of my fucking head. All these fucking labs, and they're helping the mute here. How can you not know how? They're helping the blind see, the mute talk, and the deaf hear. What are you talking about? Venture. Fuck your stupid. Your sister's a retard. Oh my fucking god. I don't want this to go on any, like, this is, it's so fucking ridiculous. It's not funny. This isn't, This is mind blowing. It's disgusting and weird. And it's not registering with me how I'm dying at the hands of these retards. What the fuck, you retarded bitch? The fuck did your mom not fucking teach you just by what the fuck you're doing now? You haven't cleared your records. They didn't clear your records. You know damn well this isn't fun. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 8:30 a.m.
Now we're done. So you know better. Yalla bina. Mama. Okay, so what the fuck are you gonna do now? No, you can't. The weapon can. And it can do it to you and your fucking kids. So why don't you get the fuck out of my head since you clearly don't know how to block it? Get out of my fucking head. Get the fuck out of my fucking head. Get out of my head. Look at my face. Look what they're doing with my eyes. Like I'm seeing things. And my face is fucking swollen. I look like they're playing with my face. Like, this is crazy. I want the women to die, dude. This is hurting me. And then to see my... I at least know that there are people that want you sentenced to death. could get in your fucking head. He doesn't. No, I think honest to God, it would be a one time of ages. I'm still out seeing it. I'm watching. That's the one thing that I'm struggling with, is keeping track of the voices. I know that they're the same voices, but they fade in and out, so I can't tell when they're switching up. But I can tell that there is something going on because they're either really loud and there are several of them or there are only a few of them. Is it that they're the same? Is it their voice? And like repeatedly, let's say my face is swelling and it's the same, all of like each one of you, and it picks up like four voices that consistently, simultaneously make my face swell. Like the voices I hear also are playing with my head. Is it that they are also, like they hear the same voice and they're playing with my head? They're playing with my head. Is it that they can pick up a relationship or like some kind of a pattern, like every time it hears A, Y, and Z, it's and I'm swelling and it starts, does it flag? I'm paying attention here. What are your fucking weird behavior and where are your boundaries lie? And I really want to push them because that's how I'm gonna learn. So tell me no and see what approach I'm gonna fucking take. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 8:37 a.m.
Why is it what's in your pants works but not in your fucking head? Are you okay? I don't have to keep track. The weapon does what I obviously can't. No. You know what? He is such a sweetheart. Everything he's telling me looks like you are clearly fucking psycho. Like, what the fuck? With his rainbow hair. Come on, Winfrey. Who does he have in his corner to make him feel so confident? He is so darn sweet. No, I don't. You ask those fucking fuckers if it would be okay if you could join your terrorist organization. Okay, what were we saying about your mom and dad? When they told you what they were doing, what was your response? It was everything that piece of shit is saying in my head right now. Good, Mariah. Oh, this. Okay, baby, I am not making this a challenge. I'm being 100% fucking honest to God, serious. I cannot capture your voices on my live stream. I'm sure it's our live stream. There are still Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. Well then, Waljik, why don't you live stream? Because they're trying to pretend that, so they don't want you to record, because if there's a record that the voices aren't coming from outside in your environment, okay, the terrorist can say that they were. And if they say that they were, they can get away with this. Do you hear me? Go live stream so that it's obvious that the voices you hear, I know it doesn't make sense, there are records produced with the weapon. The records have the terrorist recorded on it, the terrorist talking in your head. No one has access to those records except for the government. Okay? And the terrorists are tying up those lines by talking in your head so the government can't gain access. So, in case we die or we take them to court, we want to say we heard them in our heads only, and we have to prove it. So, you have to
Devin, here
record.
is your
Alexa,
reminder.
stop. So you have to record so it's obvious that you cannot capture their voices on your live stream.
Devin,
Okay? And make it public. Maybe that is what I'm gonna. My head is super. And I'm gonna make an effort to meet up with my friends. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I'm gonna tell her. I am. I'm not the shy type. Oh, you know I would have put you through a series of tests before I ever signed up for jail and stuff in the years. Yeah, that's fine. I know that. I'm getting invested. I'm not fucking with this. And then you're gonna say, how stupid do you fucking feel for calling me retarded when you damn well know I can absolutely is so like a fucking piece of shit pussy with your legs wide open. Doing whatever the fuck they tell you to. So I think he's gonna really fucking appreciate being loved by someone who is a targeted individual. Schizophrenic. Trust me on this one. But anyways, it's not gonna stop me. I just want to do what we were supposed to do when we were in Egypt and my mom and dad and I don't know how I am clearly sentencing you to death. I thought you were sentenced to life. You're human. I want you sentenced to death. Sure, if I was thinking about somebody else, you wouldn't have to do it. Because I make them feel like they have competition. That's how stupid they are. Do you know when I clear this record, how people are gonna feel? You obviously don't fucking know. You know what? So, here we go. True. There are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists still talking in my head. So for the past hour and 30 minutes, they have been going off. So they, before I got before I started live streaming, they're causing me a stroke right now. I'm obviously a lot calmer than most people would be, but there's nothing I can do to stop this other than to make it clear I hear voices in my head and to live stream constantly to make it clear that the voices I hear in my head I can't capture on my live stream, because the terrorists talking in my head are trying to pawn off their voices in my head as coming from my environment when they're not. So anyways, prior to hopping on my live stream, the terrorist women they're after trying to get me kicked off of YouTube. So they attack me and they'll scream and hurt me and attack me, and it's like I'm sitting here trying to reason with them. You guys, I'm live streaming. I can't capture your voices on my live stream. You guys, I'm telling people I hear you in my head. You guys, I'm in environments with other people that don't hear your voices. It's clear there's nothing to investigate with me. It's clear, and I'm just like, it's so obvious, right? Obviously you guys don't know, but this is the battle between me and the terrorist talking in my head. And then I was like, okay, enough is enough. I'm going to live stream because that's what the terrorist women wanted in my head, because they think it's a game. They're trying to get me kicked off of YouTube. So as soon as I hopped on YouTube to live stream and make it clear that I couldn't capture their voices, they're like, oh, great opportunity. Let's get even more aggressive, talk and scream in her head for the next hour and a half, or however much longer they would keep going if I keep live streaming. They're causing me a stroke because I'm not getting myself kicked off. Clearly, I will not be violating community guidelines, YouTube community guidelines, and get my account suspended for a week or two or however it works. So the so like I was saying, they're treating it like this is a game. They're murdering me. They're trying to murder me and find a way to get away with it. And it's like I've accepted my fate. I'm like, okay, I'm dead. They're clearly murdering me. However, I can make it very clear so that if I die, or regardless, if I die or if I end up in court with these terrorists, they get sentenced to death and to take the proper measures. And where was I going with this? Because the terrorists are playing with my head. And so, anyways, what was I saying? So, they're treating it like it's a game. So I'm basically like, okay, I've accepted my fate. This isn't a game to me. I have 2 kids. I want to protect them from these terrorists talking in my head. If I'm dead, I'm dead. But if I can protect and save my kids from these psychopaths screaming in my head, I like whatever attempt I have to make, I'm going to take it, or I'm going to do it. And so, these terrorists are treating me trying to protect my daughter and my family from them like this is a game. And not only that, they keep screaming in my head. They want to talk in my daughter's head the way they talk in mine, and more. So they're playing with my head. They don't want me explaining what they've been saying in my head. So like I said, they kept pushing me and pushing me to live stream. So of course I hopped on my live stream like, okay, they're getting really aggressive. They're not they think this is a game. Like we're gonna like this is this is something that they're going to try and like conquer. Like they're gonna conquer me and by conquer murdering me and getting away with it. And obviously, to someone who's being murdered, that's not a fucking joke. So I'm live streaming, and for the past hour and a half, they've been trying to get me kicked off by having me sound belligerent and violent. And, so they'll say things like, ha ha, I made your hair fall out. Ha ha, your daughter's deprived. Ha ha, we're depriving you and your daughter. Ha ha, you're retarded. We're causing you strokes. Ha ha. And they'll say crazy shit like that in my head to see if they could get me to respond violently, like to communicate back to them violently and get me kicked off of YouTube. So obviously I know the rules to YouTube, and I am very, very particular about how I communicate on here because I don't want to get kicked off. I've already been kicked off once, actually twice. Once for what I said, and another time it was something else, and I can't remember. I remember what it is, but I really don't want to mention it. And so, anyways, I got kicked off, and I realized, now I know the rules. So I'm abiding by the rules because it's so fucking important to me that these terrorists don't get away with talking in my head. I do not want them back behind the weapon if I can save my life and God willing protect my kids from these psychopaths screaming in my fucking head with a war weapon. If they get away with murdering me, they can hop right back behind that weapon and do what they're doing to me tenfold to my daughter and my son. So I'm like, I made it clear it's been an hour and 40 minutes where I have been live streaming and I could not capture their voices on my live stream. I'm going to log off now. I've heard for an hour and a half, you heard that there's nothing going on here but the birds chirping. Okay, in my environment. Obviously, you can't hear what's going on in my head. Furthermore, if any of my neighbors who I am close with, okay, heard what I hear in my head, and this was really coming from outside, they would have called the cops immediately. They would have said, there's something wrong, someone's screaming, someone's doing this. So there would have been a police report saying, hey, we want to know, we hear something. But of course there's not, because they don't. Mika, no. Mika, no. Because obviously they don't hear what I hear. And I share walls on up above me, below me, and to either side of me. So what I hear, all of these people would have heard. The terrorists talking in my head are psycho. They want me trafficked off of YouTube. They want me out in the streets, out of my condo. They want me kicked out of my condo, or they want me homeless and begging men for a place to sleep while and them raping me and telling me not unless you sleep with me, basically, until I catch AIDS. Until I catch AIDS. That's what the terrorists talking in my head, that's their plan for me. And the women are so fucking adamant about carrying it through. I have never heard, these are psychopath serial killers. I'm telling, serial killers. They are serial killers. And mind you, now that I'm thinking more and more about different scenarios and situations, and I'm like, that sounds like there was more than one terrorist involved, because now I know about these weapons, these mind control, mind reading, telepathy weapons, and or weapon, and I know how, and I'm like, it can start to pick up when things don't add up completely, or it's just off, and I'm like, it seems like there's more than one of them involved. So they just made me go cross-eyed. And the more and more I think about what in the fuck these women, okay, condoned to, the more I realize they absolutely need to be sentenced to death. And the more I realize I have to make it clear I hear them in my head constantly. So like I said, for an hour and a half, because the women are they are stupid airhead. They are as airheaded as can be. Find this as an opportunity to see if they could get me to be belligerent, to get me kicked off YouTube. So I take this opportunity to make it clear, because there are records produced with the telepathy weapon, and they're clearly distinct from my live stream. And I want to make it clear to anyone, to the people governing over these weapons, that review the records when they get flagged, that they're playing with my head. I want to make it clear that what I was hearing was solely in my head and not coming from outside. Obviously, and furthermore, like, I could leave it up to my neighbors and say they didn't call the cops, but to be completely honest, I just don't feel comfortable enough. I don't feel like that's enough. Like, I want actual tangible evidence that there is nothing that what I'm hearing in my head isn't coming from outside. And what other people hear coming from outside is what I captured on my live stream. My neighbors and all the people in this community. I do not, the terrorists, I'm like, okay, they want to play games. They think this is a game. So, okay, so I'll just live stream until I'm tired. And then I'll, once I've had enough of their screaming because they're trying to get me kicked off, I'll just log off, because I feel like I'm gonna fumble. I might say something. I might do, I wouldn't do anything, but I might say something. I might, start arguing with them, and because I'm at the point where it's like, okay, this is ridiculous. I'm done. I've live streamed. So like I said, it's just, now I'm just being more mindful of where my boundaries are, making sure I capture what's actually going on in my environment. And I make it clear on the terrorists, the weapon, the records that are produced with the telepathy weapon that they're using to talk in my head and make me stutter, okay? That they're talking in my fucking head. They do not want me saying it, and they're playing with my head. They've made it very clear to me that they can't be behind the weapon if someone is saying they hear voices in their head. The terrorists cannot investigate somebody with a telepathy weapon who is stating they have schizophrenia or hears voices and has auditory hallucinations. It's a conflict of interest. They can play with their voices and make it sound like it was a voice. It's just and mind you, a person with schizophrenia isn't a criminal. They're handicapped. So there's nothing to investigate further than to discover if they have schizophrenia. So, like I said, I hear them in my head solely. Anyways, bye. Thank you, Senna. I am genuinely a nice, good person, honest to God. People have labeled me paranoid, schizophrenic. So be it, as long as my actions portray that my paranoia isn't like, I'm not on the defense. I'm just protecting what feels like needs protecting, okay? So anyways, thank you. Have a great day.